Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, June the 24th of 2016. Pretty interesting run at it today, I'm not gonna lie to you. Stage 1, as normal, pretty easy. Land where I land, go with your tanks to where I flare, and then drop a shock on the sniper towers, you'll be fine and safe. Only 43k on the HQ, you can move on. Stage 2 bumps it way up. I don't even understand why. 120k HP on that pork chop sandwiches. I smell burning. I'm having a stroke. I'm not really sure. So 120k hit points on this bad boy. Blow it up. Yay, everybody wins. Go the path of the things. Stage 3 is where things start getting really insane. And I just want to take a step back because I think possibly I gone crazy. Stage 3 has 146,000 hit points on the HQ. That's a lot. Okay. It's got 3 boom cannons, all in fairly close locale to the base, and 2 freaking shock launchers. What the heck? Any poor person who actually is like just barely able to do level 3, like a lower, I don't know how. If anyone out there has a low level base and is working on stage 3 as kind of their limit, let me know. Were you even close? I felt like I was just chucking GBE and everything all over the place. Now, for sure, the one thing I can suggest is, because this is a very unfriendly tank base, if you can, drop heavy Zooka. You could pretty much go in from the same area as me and do the same blowing up of boom cannons as me, but hopefully if you take a few hits with the heavies, you'll still have more meat shield in front of your Zookas, and the Zookas will increase your damage, so you'll be able to go through, assuming your tanks, heavies, and Zookas are all kind of the same level, maxed for your armory, kind of same level, not tanks are level 5 and Zookas are level 5. That's not the same. Anyways, really weird base on stage 3, and then that brings us to stage 4, which has just as much pain. Stage 4 is kinda cray. 378,000 hit points on the HQ. I don't know if I did the math wrong on that, but 378,000, that's more than level 6 has today. Crazy. Now the good news is, getting to the HQ is the easy part. It's not difficult. Go right up the middle, as obviously you can see I am doing here, and basically it will drop your tanks right near the HQ. You'll have range. You might want to take out the rocket launchers on either side that you can see up there at the top, just to make your life easier. But if you're doing that, make sure to spend all your GBE on the rocket launcher on the right, because it is a higher level, and that freaking thing has 20,000 hit points because of the ridiculously huge health boost that all of these buildings are getting from wherever the statue is. Oh, right there beside the cannon. Yeah. It was pretty intense. Now, the thing is here, though, almost 400k hit points. I rolled in with my, obviously only 3 tanks, but much higher level tanks, and just to cut through the HP on the HQ, I ended up having to drop critters, I dropped barrages, I was all over the place trying to make this stupid thing die. And don't get me wrong, I did spend some GBE taking out the rocket launcher because I knew it would be a thing. Also because if you leave that rocket launcher, you're going to be standing there for so long pelting away, it's not going to be pretty. So take out the rocket launcher and do what you can to that HQ. If you find yourself lacking, because honestly your fight here is against the clock, not the base, or well, I guess the headquarters technically, because it has so many HQ. The point is, throw down like a load or two of Zookas. If you clear out basically where I have cleared out here, if you were to land a boat of Zookas, they should be out of range of everything. They should be nice and safe. They'll do lots and lots of damage and should be able to blow through the HQ. Now, if you can't do a load of Zookas because they're too low a level, I honestly don't even know what to tell you. Boost every attack damage. Oh, I even forgot about that. Yeah, by the way, today, running with a full boost, because I was clearing my map before Dr. T, so I've got GBE, troop damage, and troop health boosted, which makes that even more ridiculous that I had to struggle bust through all of that insanity. Alright, stage 5 now. Coming back to a more sensible 194,000 on the HQ. There are some boom cannons floating around, as you could see from me blowing them the bleep up. Those boom cannons have about 9k each on them, and the shock launchers have around 16k on them. I know you're looking at my screen saying, but why would we attack the shock launcher? I don't know. I don't know why you'd attack the shock launcher. It doesn't have range. It's totally far out of the way. Just leave it. You don't have to actually do anything to it. Now, after stages 3 and 4, that blew my mind. Stage 5 is actually really doable. I normally land for stage 5 2 boats of tanks and 1 boat of medics just to kind of like make it through. As you can see today, I am landing 1 boat of tanks, and I'm kind of cruising through these defenses. Now, that's not to say that it's easy compared to normal, but if you were able to make it through 3 and 4, chances are you're going to be able to make it through 5. Just especially if you boost for the extra damage on 4 that you might need. 5, totally doable. Definitely give it a shot. And again, this is just because of the sheer number of things that I ended up having to fight through. It turned into a time battle, and I tossed a buttload of GBE on it near the end just to clear through. And just scraped by, but hopefully with a full complement of tanks, you'll be alright. Which takes us to stage 6, with 258,000 hit points. That's right, we're still a full 125,000-ish hit points lower than the HQ for stage 4. It's gotta be a typo. It's like someone was like, yeah, I'm gonna put on like 178,000 and just like for whatever reason hit the 3. Anyways, with the stage 6 base attack, as you can see, I landed everything down to the bottom and basically let them start going up. Yes, let them start going up. Now, I obviously seriously buggered this shock. I don't even know how I was capable of pulling that off. But yes, you can shock all 3 of the boom cannons, as well as sniper towers and cannons and all of the scary things in one foul swoop. I suggest you do that and then blow some things up because, well, that's what you you gotta do, I guess. I don't know, otherwise you're gonna lose the game. It's not gonna be very good. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here and I'm talking and I'm rambling away. And in my head, I have a Britney Spears song just going over and over. I've never been a Britney Spears fan. Nothing against her. Just not my style of music, I guess. Also, like, things really went downhill with her. Like, I've seen more news stories about her than, like, actual songs by her, probably. But the Hit Me Baby One More Time song, whatever it's called, probably Loneliness or something, because I know Loneliness isn't, like, the song they play on the news every time they're like, oh, yes, Britney and K-Fed took a dump in the middle of a Walmart because they're crazy. So I've got this song stuck in my head, and it's been in there for almost 2 days, and this is quite literally killing me. And even as I say killing me, in my head, it's coming out in song like, my shitty song is killing me. And it's harshing my buzz, bro. So, stage 7, landing right-hand side, going up, like, around the right-hand side, throwing GBE on boom cannons and shock launchers everywhere. Okay, well, really just that one shock launcher. So, the HQ finally has 432 HP, 432,000 HP. So we're actually beating stage 4 finally, which is just fantastic. The boom cannons that I just blowed up have around 18,000 HP, give or take. A little more, a little less, maybe. And the shock launchers have around 19,000 HP. So that should give you kind of a rough idea of what we're looking at. And basically the plan was blow up all the boom cannons, blow up the shock launcher that could reach us, and then squeak along the top of the map there towards the HQ and hope that we don't die. So I remind you again, I am also boosted for this attack, so it's a lot nastier than it looks, I guess. I'm not used to boosting, I don't know. I expected today, because I had this crazy boost going, I thought I would just slice through everything and just cruise right on in there, grab some loot and call it a day. And I didn't, and it blew my mind. Which I guess is kind of nice, you know? Keeping it interesting, surprising us, throwing a curveball or two out there. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, once you're over in this general area, I kind of let the tanks roam to clear out the cannon and sniper tower. Just because I figured, you know, cannon and sniper tower probably going to be pecking away at my troops. And I don't want that. I want them dead, because then my troops will live. Unfortunately, the shock launcher to the south will kind of harass, so I just did a little bit of a rejiggering. And by rejiggering, that means, you know, repositioning of the troops, not actually doing a jig. Though, because I have a song playing in my head nonstop, I could probably do it even without music. I just don't know if Britney Spears and doing a jig would work out. Anyways, hopefully this has been helpful and helps you get through stage 7. Thank you very much for watching, and most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day.